I present to you an offer for a trade. You give me your undivided attention, and I will give you, in return, entertainment. Like and subscribe immediately, before you even have time to figure out if you like me or not. Do it. Like and subscribe. What am I doing? Do you know what? I saw this on another channel that I watch. I think it's Rev Says Desu, I think he said it. It was him. Something about you have to like the video, like you really have to like and engage with videos now because that's what YouTube wants to see. These rumors, I will never get tired of them, dude. Trying to guess what YouTube wants at any given time is this ever-shifting trend within YouTube and YouTubers. It's always funny just hearing them just like, oh, you have to make sure you leave comments. No, it's likes now. You gotta like likes now. Oh, it's watch time. Yeah, it's watch time. You gotta make sure they're what? Is it a combination of all these things? Is it one of them? I've gone viral for appealing to none of these. So it's a luck-based game. And do you know how you maximize your luck? How to maximize the possibility of a good outcome? You keep gambling. Or you just keep making content. It's like the best chances you have of going viral. Anyway, we're gonna be looking at metal today because I like metal. I'm good at making metal. I make good metal. Also the last day of my vacation. I'm on vacation right now. I'm back today, actually. I hope I had a good time. Yeah, I think some of the worst genres of music out there that sound like genuine trash, and you're like, how could anyone possibly like that shit? It's awful. It's objectively, not subject, it's objectively bad. Okay? This is factually a bad song or a bad genre of music, whatever. I'm going to explain to you how these genres of music are allowed to exist and why they have a fan base. So listen closely. This is how it works. Posers. No, let me elaborate. Just wait. So, you are a kid, right? You're a teenager. 13, 14. This is usually when you get into like alternative types of music because you want to stand out, you want to be different. And you're already in a place, metropolitan place, where everyone's listening to metal anyway, right? And everyone's listening to metal. So how do you stand out from that? You find the most insanely heavy shit to stand out from them. This is performative. You don't actually enjoy the music of these bands. You enjoy how different this music allows you to feel from your peers. You enjoy the feeling of separation, of uniqueness, of originality that this music evokes within you, that separates you from society, that separates you from the other metalheads, that allows you to feel superior, that allows you to feel like you're rebelling against everything as well as other metalheads. This is what it is. You're not actually enjoying it. You're not. They're not going to admit this. They're not. But you don't like it. Because how could you? It's impossible. Lyrically speaking, musically speaking, even the production value speaking, it holds no value. Other than pissing everyone off and making you feel really cool. Fast forward 20 years. You're now 34 and you still love this shit. But here's the thing. You love this shit because of the nostalgia now. You assign this dog shit music, this absolute anal bead of a genre of music, or this terrible band that is just because instead of the music now providing you a sanctuary of originality and separation from others and allowing you to feel really cool and stuff and different, I'm different. Now you have this sense of nostalgia for it. And now you're remembering it better than it actually is. So every time you hear this, you just remember being in your room, listening to this music, having access to a small group of friends no one else had access to because they were also forcing themselves to listen to this shit. It's not that the music itself, unlike other genres of music or other metal songs, are able to provide, musically speaking, lyrically speaking, production-wise, a sense of value through the music itself. It was what the music represented that was valuable to the people that were listening to horseshit, pig squeal core, grindcore, and in all fairness, there is some decent grindcore. Sorry for the drive-by there, grindcore. There is some good stuff in there. I'm really loving this, like, authentic, because it's almost exclusively women doing it, which, you know, obviously that's fine. Women love doing this kind of stuff anyway, but it's good seeing, like, women really indulging in an authentic aspect of metal history and doing a really good job doing it. I think 80s metal, specifically stuff like hair metal and heavy metal, like Motley Crue and stuff like that, I think specifically those, like, sexy bands, they are very female-oriented. I think that was like the most female-friendly era of metal ever. That's not true. I would say now actually is probably the most female-friendly era of metal because you have Bad Omens and Sleep Token and what's that other one? The one with Courtney in it. What are they called? Spirit Box. Jesus Christ. You know, these are all very girly metal bands. Ghost as well. Are they metal? I wouldn't even say they were pop, dude. They're lighter than pop. You know what I mean, right? They're very lady-friendly metal bands. Metal is subjective here. I don't think they are. That's irrelevant. But I'd say the 80s stuff, those 80s hair metal and heavy metal bands, like that was like probably the hottest time for chicks, actually. Like that fashion back then, the big hair, the crop tops, the tight pants, the fact that everyone's in shape because it's the 80s. And even for dudes as well, wearing the same thing. Just realized the big hair, the pouty lips, the jawlines, and the chiseled abs, wearing the crop tops or shirtless with like a denim vest on or something. It was like the sexiest time for metal, dude. There was like the sexiest period of metal ever. I don't think it's ever gonna get that sexy again. But I'm actually getting into that kind of stuff at the moment. I used to hate that era of metal. I used to despise it. I was like, that shit gives metal a bad name. And that does seem to be the sentiment shared by a lot of other metalheads. They're like, yeah, the 80s stuff was like gay and made metal look really stupid, give it a bad name. And at the time I was like, yeah, this is gay. But now I realize that it was actually kind of fun. Having taken metal so seriously for so long, it was kind of fun to see metal just get a bit gay. Have a bit of fun. You know, like the 70s was all experimentation and developing the sound, and then the 80s was just like an offshoot. They went the wrong direction for a decade and then sort of brought it back for the 90s and went really serious in the 90s, man. Like metal in the 90s was super serious. So the 80s was just about chicks and doing lines of coke, driving around in the Trans Am, picking up babes, having sex in public toilets, doing a line of coke off her boobies. Debauchery. Rock and roll debauchery. It was like, yeah, that's what it was. It was the rock and roll debauchery meets the sensibilities of metal, the aspects of metal music. That's what it was. It was the rock star lifestyle meets the metal music combined together to make like this hair metal 80s sound and subculture. And I think I can see it for what it was now. It was fun. It was a load of fun. And it sucks that I missed it. I would have loved it, man. Because it's always sunny and everyone's got bandanas on all the time. And like thick back-combed hair, and you're always in California for some reason. Yeah, that shit was dope. So I totally get the obsession that these chicks have with this stuff, because it was like the sexiest time to be in metal. Metalhead propaganda I'm not falling for. Ghost. Yeah, I'm not falling for it either. It's not happening. We're not doing Ghost. You can only listen to heavy music. Yeah, I agree with that. Do you know what? Most of the metal musicians, most of the metal bands that I've seen be interviewed, they don't even listen to metal recreationally. They listen to everything else. When you write metal and you play metal all day, every day, and it's your entire world, it's your income, it's your career, it's everything, the last thing you want to do is listen to more metal in your off time. I, for one, have started to listen to other stuff. I have not listened to metal in quite some time. I still write it because I love writing metal, or at least a kind of metal. But as far as listening to metal, I've been done with that for some time. I can tell you exactly when it was. I can tell you when I stopped listening to metal. It was when Periphery 4 came out. You know the band Periphery? Whenever they dropped P4, Periphery 4, whenever that album came out, I listened to it so much I couldn't listen to metal anymore. I was kind of done with it. And I've declined on listening to metal more and more as the years have gone on. And now it's like the last genre of music I put on. I can't listen to it anymore. Again, I still love writing it, but listening to it, I'm kind of done. I need something new. Especially with metal these days being so homogenous. Unbelievably homogenous. Something different needs to happen. I'm currently on a post-punk kick at the moment. Post-punk and gothic rock. I'm kind of there at the moment. It's for research. As well as actually just, I'm starting to really enjoy some of it. some of it's really good. I also went back to listen to the Unknown Pleasures album, Joy Division, with this newfound sense of music appreciation, and I actually did like it. I know. Jake famously always denounces that album being any good at all. And now here I am being like, it was kind of cool, actually. I still don't like Sisters of Mercy. Gatekeeping music. Now, this is a difficult one. Okay, this is a difficult one. Gatekeeping music. Basically what she means by that is discovering a band and not telling anyone about it so that it's all yours. I can agree with this, that it's good to not gatekeep music for the sake of the artist, right? So that they can have more fans and they can earn more money and they can do better and play bigger shows and do longer tours and have a more successful life and more successful career and live more fulfilled lives and die smiling. However, whenever you let everyone into your secret new band, you can start to fuck up the sanctity of the fandom. You can introduce people that kind of ruin it for you. Like, if the fandom becomes too overpopulated and it gets filled with people you don't even like, and they start to hijack the entire band and image, and just you feel like it's slipping away from you. And then the band starts trying to perform or act differently to appeal to their larger demographic that enjoy the worst aspects or are more toxic or whatever. They're like, oh, we're getting more popular. Let's sound more commercial. So we get even bigger. Like, it can ruin a band. It can. It can ruin their sound 100%. Slipknot. Like Slipknot. I don't know who leaked Slipknot to the mainstream, but f me, dude. Gatekeeping where you get your clothes from. No, 100% do that. Always gatekeep where you get your clothes from. Always, okay? This is propaganda. Don't let these people try to guilt you into relinquishing where you got your based threads from, okay? It takes people years, months, sometimes actually, probably months, to find pockets and corners of the internet where the best clothes are, where clothes that no one else has, a quality and price that cannot be matched anywhere else. And you just want us to give this information up to you? Why, so you can all buy it and it's all sold out and I can't get it anymore? No. Do your own research. Like I have over the years, because I have found some very niche corners of the internet where great fashion websites have existed, and I've had some really great clothes over the years, and then as soon as it becomes mainstream, as soon as it's posted on Tumblr or Twitter or whatever, people get a haul from it on YouTube, it's ruined. It's all out of stock all the f***ing time, and you can't get your favorite shit anymore, and even if you can, everyone's wearing it now anyway, so you don't even want to wear it. So gatekeep your clothes, okay? I can't agree with that. That's not propaganda. That's just good advice. Don't just give away your hard research, your hard work. Just give it away. Like, here's some great clothes. Send it around. Buy everything. All look the same. You have to be able to name 3 songs of the band t-shirt you're wearing. Okay, so this I've discovered is redundant for not the reason people think it is. Okay? You can ask someone to name 3 songs from a band, and if they can't do it, your assumption is because they're not a big fan of the band. However, in my massive deep dive into gothic rock and post-punk and some darkwave, fair amount of darkwave, I've discovered that the very nature of Spotify, the very nature of music streaming these days, means you're more just sticking on a playlist, or you're letting the albums just play, or you're letting an album play beginning to end, or you're going through the best hits of a band and you're just letting the autoplay take you to the next track. You're not checking the names of these songs. If you're driving, if you're in the gym, if you're doing work, or if you're making food or whatever, and you've got the music playing, you're not checking what the names of these songs are. You could sing word for word some of these songs, right? And not know the name of the song. You could hum along to it. You could be having a rip-roaring good time. You could be erect. You could be aroused listening to it and not know the names of the songs. Because ultimately, when it comes down to it, you kind of just put on the entire band and just listen to it and just let the songs play. Unless there's a particularly good song, you will have a quick look and see what it's called so you can come back to it again. But other than that, listening these days is no longer like sitting with your knees up, reading the vinyl jacket as each song comes on and you hug it to yourself because there's nothing else to do in a day because it's like 1975 or 1984 or something. But people are busy these days, man. There's like a lot of stuff to be doing. So the concept of knowing every name of every song you're listening to on your massive music pilgrimage that you're making, not really realistic. In fact, you're only going to be inspecting and memorizing song names to make sure you don't fall into this name 3 songs crap. You have to always wear black. It is preferred, but you don't have to always do that. You have to always wear heavy makeup. You don't have to always wear heavy makeup, but people are wearing heavy makeup because it's fun to do. It is, especially when you're young and thin. And the signs of stress have not yet made themselves visible on your face. But yes, gatekeeping in the sense that you found a good band and you don't want to tell people about it, or you found a good clothing store and you don't want to tell people about it. There are justifications for this. There are justifications for not divulging all of this information for the reasons that I've already stated. And you know what? It's actually for the benefit of people that you're not telling, because there is no more authentic bond between listener and band than when you organically discover the band yourself. Whenever you find a band yourself through recommendations from other songs that you've listened to, from algorithms on Spotify or YouTube, or a poster or a CD that you saw in a store and you went home and checked it out, or whatever, right? However you find this stuff. There is no greater bond between listener and band than when you discover a band authentically all by yourself, organically. And you're robbing people of this by just giving them recommendations for good bands. That's a way to think about it. Anyway, my name was Jake Monroe. I will catch you next time on Monday. Bye-bye, babies.